I'm straight flexing, no stressing, I'm the king of the game. From coast to coast, you know they know my name. Got the beats.
You gonna my one side, you make me give number. Me no feel look and pass.
Hello, everyone. I'm Chris, the American Magpie, as you know already. I want to thank you for your support, for subscribing, for liking the videos, for liking the streams, for commenting. It really helps us a lot to keep growing. I want to let you about one more thing that you can do to help us grow and to help us fund the channel. We are launching our Patreon. You can become a patron of the show, of the channel, for $5 a month. And you get a lot of perks, to be honest. You know, they are probably worth more than $5 a month. But regardless, I didn't want to put a crazy number out there. I just wanted to keep it simple. That way you can help us fund and donate to the channel. But also by becoming a patron, you get perks as well. And this is actually pretty cool. You get complete and exclusive access to all podcasts, including the members only, the new podcast, video podcast that we're going to have that is only available on the Patreon. In this video podcast, called again Once Upon a Time, we're not just going to be talking about news and match days and the table. That discussion is going to be always available on YouTube. This Once Upon a Time podcast, we're going to be talking about the history of Newcastle United, former players, just a deep discussion into what it is that Newcastle stands for. It's going to be really interesting to get you there, and it's only going to be available on the Patreon, members only. And I've been talking about members only. Another perk is you're going to get weekly videos just for you as a Patreon of the channel. So that's a second perk. Also, a third perk is going to be access to our live watch along on match days, to come on and have your say at halftime. It's always good. You're hot, you're happy, whatever it is, you want to come and have your say, you can do so on match day, at the watch along, at halftime. And the fourth perk is you get your name added into our monthly NUFC raffle 5 times by just being a Patreon, increasing your chances to win prizes such as NUFC home kits, away kits, NUFC related clothing, memorabilia, ornaments, etc. You get a chance to get this stuff 5 times if you get into the Patreon. You get your name added 5 times. And also, you don't have to be a patron. Everybody's going to be able to participate by just being subscribed to the show, to the channel. If you're subscribed, you get your name added once and you can participate. If you follow us on all social medias, that's about 6 follows right there, including the channel subscription. So imagine 6 plus 5. If you become a patron, that's 11 times that your name can be on the raffle, increasing your margin to win these prizes monthly by a mile. So keep that in consideration. It's always going to be a big deal. But then again, you can also get your name added by following on Twitter, following on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, etc. So keep that in mind. And then the last perk that we got right now is we're going to be launching our merchandise, shirts, cups, all that stuff. And you, by being a member, you get 10% discount on NUFC Insiders merch. So those are 5 perks that are really, really good right now. We're looking to add more, but of course, we got to do it slowly and gradually. But regardless, well, our 6th perk is one that's a small one, but it could also be meaningful to you, and that's that you help us grow the channel, help us funding. We have to spend monthly on software, we have to spend monthly on subscription, editing subscriptions, etc. And really mics, cameras, etc. I need to fix this camera, so it always helps us fund the channel. It's for a small price of $5 a month, and on top of that, of course, most importantly, you get all these perks. It's always good. Thank you for your support, regardless if you subscribe or not. I appreciate you. If you become a patron, of course, thank you so much for doing so. You can become a patron on the first link in the description. Again, thank you so much for this. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. That was the brand news. The news today, the news announcement is that you can become a patron and help us out to keep growing the show. But listen up. Thank you. If you don't want to do that yet, I obviously appreciate you. Welcome to the show, The American Magpie. I'm here on the call-in show. You can have your say, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot going on in the Newcastle world. A lot. Please drop your like. It's the most important thing. and definitely comment. Right now, I want to hear your comments. And the link is right there. If I'm not mistaken, if I let me maybe it disappeared, and I'm going to post it again. Join the show using this link, and we can start right now. You can come on the show and have your say right now on what's going on with the Newcastle United, with the world, with the NUFC world, with the news. You can have your say. The link is right there. I just dropped it. And yes, go ahead and come on, and we can we'll see how it goes. We might have to you know have somebody go for 5 minutes and just gradually, or you can stay on for the whole time. So come on right now, have your say. I want to hear the fans. I want to hear your perspective on the news on Trippier potentially leave. And actually, I'm going to debunk that, and it might just not happen because it looks like Bayern Munich has pulled away from this deal. They just wanted to have a $13 million. They wanted not a dollar, a pound. They wanted to offer 13 million, and they didn't want to pay more, so they just pulled away basically. So come on and have your say. It always helps us to know what the fans are feeling. I have Lewis in the background. I want to go through the few comments right here. Lewis, he's using the link. Mighty Mac, big up evening guys from the UK. Appreciate you. Mason as well. I believe I've seen Mason somewhere. I'm not sure where, but I've seen him somewhere. Says good afternoon over in the US, and good night to you guys in the UK, man. I appreciate that. I'm going to bring Lewis right now. What is the? I want to know your concern as a Newcastle United fan. I want to know your concern on if you have any concerns. Maybe you don't. So let me know what you're thinking. Lewis is on the show right now. Lewis, how you doing, my brother?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm
And
doing good, man.
just let you know, I have just become a member of the Patreon.
I did see that. I was going to let you know, man. I appreciate you for being a member. Man, £5 is. I mean, to some people, it's not a lot of money.
It's with the confirmation, it's £5.40.
Yeah, so I do appreciate your support, my brother. Thank you, and thank you to Terry Cook as well, as he became a patron of the show, man. You're gonna get a lot of perks, so and potentially winning a lot of stuff. I mean, we can raffle a shirt, and you just by being a patron, you get your name added 5 times. You follow, you subscribe to the channel, so that's 6 times.
And
If you follow everywhere else,
you on Twitter. I'm following you on Twitter as well.
Exactly. So you're gonna get your name. There's a potential you might win it, brother. So hey, it might happen.
To be fair, obviously we've been on part of the group chat, and
yes, sir.
I got you obviously on my contacts and that. And if I do win, man, I can message you that way for the address.
Yeah. But no, we'll get the stuff sorted out, man. Don't worry. I appreciate you for the support, my brother. Wait, Mighty Mag says I'm not even looking on Twitter. It's on, it's off, it's on and off. I've given up. Yeah. Listen, what are your thoughts, man? Lewis, when it comes to Newcastle United, man, what are your concerns? Are you cool with everything going on with the rumors? More than likely, I mean, the rumors are leaning towards players leaving more than players coming onto the team. Actually, we had one young kid coming from Manchester City. It looks like it should be confirmed in the next few hours or tomorrow, but that's not enough, is it?
It's not enough, but also we have to be fair, we have to understand with financial fair play, we are at the limit.
Yeah. No, that is true. That is 100%. I mean, we are limited, and we do have to sell to a certain extent. By the way, you can come on the show. The link is right there. You can come on the show and have your say about whatever you want to talk about. This is your show. This is the fans' show.
I'm just grabbing a drink in 2 seconds.
Yeah, man, do your thing. Julie J says, thank God the Trippier deal is off. Yeah, a lot of people are happy about that, of course. Amy P, big up Amy P, man. It's been a while since I haven't seen you in the show in a while, Amy. Amy is listen, she is, if you need to follow her on Twitter, because she is worse. She is more dangerous than a Palestinian in an elevator. And nobody get offended. Come on, man. Nobody get offended because I'm Peruvian, I'm Hispanic, and people make fun of me as well. So listen, it's all good. It's late night. We can have a good joke. We can have a good joke, man. Amy's dangerous, I'm telling you.
I tell you what, this is actually true. Everybody can back me up if you're watching from the UK. Like in the UK, we can't swear on TV.
Yeah.
We can't swear on TV. But when it hits after 9 p.m., it's called the watershed. normally when after 9 p.m. all the kids are in bed asleep. That's when
Right.
you can start swearing on TV. Apart from the BBC. that,
Yeah,
but,
man. No doubt, no doubt about it. Listen, drop your comments. I just want to tell everybody on the group chats that we are live, and you can join. Their link is right there. So come on and join. And anybody's even co-hosts that have been on the show before, you're welcome to come on if you're free. Have your say. This is kind of a show that's running wild, and anybody can join and anybody can have their say. And you are the one that direct the
oh
show
my!
today.
Oh,
Big up Mason that says good evening, Lewis. Copyright. How are we? Uh, I've
oh.
seen Mason somewhere. Where have I seen this dude, man?
Mason's like he goes onto Tony's channel now and again, and he's on Peter's channel as well.
Oh, I've seen him somewhere. Yeah.
Mhm.
Big up Mason, man. Big up Andrew. Big up Julie
Yeah.
J. Big up Amy P. Of course, I'm telling you, every time I see Amy P's
Like,
name,
it's
Amy.
it's to be fair, it's nice to see all the people who I know Mighty Mag and
Yeah,
Alan.
man. David Waller. Big up David Waller. I don't know if you are you a new subscriber. To be honest, I want to do this because I haven't done this on the show. Because we started with Paul Clark. We started with um, we created a show called the NUFC Sit Down. It's not just so much about news, and we can cover that, but it's a lot about stories and what the interviewed person, the guest, thinks. We started with Paul Clark. He's a regular now on the show. We started with, and then after that, we got Billy Bob from Tune
Yeah.
Review. He was
Mhm.
amazing. And then we got
Jack.
Jordy Dentis. Jordy Dentis. He was amazing. He was amazing.
Yeah.
And so we've blown up a little bit. And actually, we have a great interview this Friday. I'm not going to confirm yet, but we have a big name coming up from the Newcastle world on the show on Friday. I can't confirm the name yet, but it's a big one. If it is confirmed, I'm going to confirm tomorrow morning. I'm going to shoot the message later on at night. And if they confirm tomorrow, you're going to see it all over the social media. And it's going to be a big one. So we've kind of been blowing up slowly but surely. And I haven't done our usual thing, Lewis, is that every time I see a new name, I blow up the music. I turn the welcome music on. So I'm gonna give everybody that's new to the channel that have subscribed within the next few weeks, within the next few days, the welcome music. Welcome all of you. I appreciate your support 100% for subscribing, etc. We've gotten over 250 subscribers in the next week or so. It's been amazing, and it's only going up. So big up to David as well. He says Newcastle have made an inquiry about Atalanta midfielder Tone Coop Miners, according to reports in Italy. Never haven't heard of this guy, but listen, Atalanta has had nice guys. We're actually looking at Ederson as well from there. Mason says I go on a few channels here and there. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that. We got another guest right here, man, on the back. He is our Lewis Miley, as I call him. It is one and only Jack, my brother Jack. We're going to do the preview tomorrow. So, Jack, how you
right,
doing,
Jack?
brother?
How you doing?
I'm not doing too bad. How are you?
I'm fine.
I love you. Don't have the green screen right now. You got a nice background, brother. They got the
Yeah, I thought
ahead.
this would be my new background. I thought I'd change it. So
yeah,
why not?
Man.
I've got this back for a reason, and I may as well use it.
That shirt in the back to your right, right there. That brown ale, man. That's I would pay thousands of dollars for that. Well, not really. That's the only reason why I haven't bought it, is because I don't want to pay crazy dollar. Amy sent me some a DM with some shirts, but there are some shirts that I'm telling you, they cost a lot of money, man. Because they're throwbacks, they're vintage. I was on eBay the other day, and I found a Bobby Robson picture. It was autographed, and it was probably $5,000 and some change. That is crazy. I don't know if he's gonna ever sell that picture, but man, it's incredible, man. So big up. So what's up, Jack, man? What are you thinking, man? What are you thinking about the Newcastle world right now? I mean, it's been crazy. Every day something new coming up, brother.
Oh, I mean, the January window started off a bit dry, a bit dull. Nothing really happened. Not just for us, for every club really. Nothing's really been happening in the Premier League. Really, no, not a lot of incomings. Not a lot. No, there's been nothing really going on. But in the last week or so, things have been kicking off really, mainly regarding around Wilson, Trippier, Lascelles, and obviously Miggy Almiron. It's been a bit lively, really, very, very lively. Almiron looks set to go, really, but there's been links saying he wants to stay. There's been links saying he's going to go. There's a fee agreed. I'm not really sure what's going on at the minute. I'm really, really not. It's been very confusing. Trippier, a lot of people saying maybe that they'd be all right with Trippier going, because there's been a stat going around on Twitter saying if we sell Miggy and Trippier, we'll be able to spend 250 million in the summer. So
yeah, but you'll be writing this season off.
Exactly.
I mean, you're not going to get anybody in.
I do not want to lose. We will probably lose ourselves in the January window because we don't want to see him go for free in the summer because we need a bit of profit from themselves. So I think we will lose ourselves this January, and we will probably lose Miggy Almiron because we will replace him in the summer. So we may as well lose him now. But I do not want to lose Trippier. That is one player I don't want to lose. We don't want to lose our vice captain. Trippier's, yes, he's not been performing on the pitch, but also there's a reason why Eddie Howe signs these players like his Dan Burns, his all these players. They're really good in the dressing room and they're very good in the background. So we won't want to lose a player like Kieran Trippier in the summer. Have a think about it, but not mid-season, no, for me.
Yeah, man.
I do agree.
Well, it seems like they pulled off though today.
Yeah, it's come out saying that they've got no interest, which I'm glad.
But you know, I was saying it yesterday on the Insider Show that, look, man, I'm not. Well, first of all, we don't need to sell. That's important. But 13 million, that's not enough, man. That's not enough for my team to get screwed over and not have a leader like him, or potentially he is, on a good day, he's our best right back, and you're gonna give me just 13 million? That we're not needed of money to be able to just do that.
There is that, but in today's market, that's the going rate for a 33-year-old player. That's just the going rate nowadays.
Well, 25 for Almiron, you think that's enough?
No one's going to pay 25, 30 million for a 33-year-old going on 34 when he's only got a few years left. No one's going to pay that money for him. Whereas Miggy Almiron, he's not that as old as Trippier, so Almiron will go for a higher price because he's got more years left in him. So I personally think 13 to 15 million is good enough for Trippier because of his age. But Almiron, 30 million, 25 million, I'd say is a good price. But Trippier, I don't think he should be any more than that. I want him to be more than that because I want some more money into the club. But unfortunately, in today's market, that's just the going rate for them sort of players in that age.
Now, do you think? Go ahead, Lewis.
Yeah, but just remember, like with next season, well, this year, but next season, we're going to get more money anyway because obviously with Adidas being our manufacturer for next season, it's more money. And plus, we've been said we are going to be one of the Adidas elite clubs when we get unique kits as well. Like for example, I have saved this picture. You might not have seen it yet, Jack. You might have seen it. People might have. Is this one
kit leaks? Yeah, I've seen that. Looks
that's
beautiful.
Sick, man.
I love it. Like if that's the kit for next season for the away one, I'm bloody buying it.
those pictures that I've seen on social media that the players have been rocking, it's just, man, it's crazy. That's actually that brown L. I mean, that's my most favorite shirt ever. And I can't really. And actually, I like the one that actually the neck. It's almost like a turtleneck. It looks like that's the one I really love. It's just a little bit, you know what I mean? It's not really a collar, but that's the one, man, I would love to get. It must be late 90s or so. I like Coffee says I haven't seen a more awesome collab on the screen since the Avengers. That's right, man. That's right. 100%, man. Tomorrow we're gonna be doing the preview. We got Jack coming on. We got a big crew as well. Paul Clark, same crew as yesterday, but with Jack added. Tony Tooney is coming back as well.
I like Tony.
Yeah, Tony's a good lad, man. And we got Paul Clark, we got Jack, we got Tony, we got who else we got? We got me, obviously, but I don't matter. And then we got Kevin Chilvers from NUFC Matters to give us a little bit of a tactical perspective. But yeah, man, we're gonna have a great show tomorrow, and then Friday, we got the first ever American Magpie show with me and big super fan Dan. I don't know if you remember him with the black and white beard.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah, me and
reckon.
him are
Yeah, I
gonna be
reckon.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Saturday, of course, the live watch along, the instant match reaction afterwards, and then Sunday we got the match review. So we got a lot of stuff going on, man. Um, as far as news is concerned,
There's
I mean,
to be fair, the last couple of obviously since with Trippier and that, there's been no really any news today.
yeah,
Um,
nothing. Well, the Miguel Almiron was the last one, but actually today a few more articles came out about Lascelles leaving to Besiktas and how Besiktas have actually maybe put in an offer or something along those lines. How are you guys feeling about Lascelles possibly leaving?
I'll
Um,
be quite happy with Lascelles leaving now because he's getting on. He's let us down in the last couple of games he's been playing. He's been better, but he's not one of our best centre backs now. When he's the captain, you go, oh my god! Literally, I'm at obviously everybody knows I go to the games. When he comes on, we go, oh no, not again.
yeah, Jack, what do you
But
think, man?
that's what I think. We just need somebody like younger who can come in and help some of the. Let's say we get a young player coming in, like the cells could help him in a way get confidence. But I would try and get rid of the cells and get some funds into the club.
Mm, yeah, yeah, that is true. Um, I feel like Lascelles. I mean, you can't get rid of Dan Burn if Lascelles goes. I mean, you need to have a center backup to say the least. But Jack, man, what do you think about a possibility? Would you like to see Lascelles leave?
When I was tuning on I think it was a show last night, I believe, when Tony was talking about Lascelles. Well, he has to pretty much go this January unless we want to let him go for free in the summer, which would be stupid. We gotta let him go this January if we want to get a profit from him, because otherwise, yeah, in the
Right.
summer, gonna go for nothing. So if we want something from him, he's got to go this January. But we're running out of time if we want to let him go. So it'll be unfortunate because I think Lascelles has really revived his career under Eddie Howe. He's really exceeded this season, playing multiple Champions League games, performing really well. It's unfortunate, but these things happen. I don't know if we would renew a contract with Lascelles, but I think we would have to sell him this
Uh,
January.
the thing
To
is,
get a
we
profit
don't
from him.
have very many. Dude, if you actually look, I'm gonna pull up our squad, man, because I don't even
Yeah.
think we got backups at all. I mean, on certain positions. I mean, you got on the striker, you got Callum Wilson. That's about it. You have nobody else. You could put Gordon there, but you would be changing. You wouldn't have a backup for Gordon. Um, I mean, we're very limited, man. Sorry, my
Yeah.
kid is yelling in the background, but
It's fine. At least they're having fun. That's the main thing.
yeah. But it concerns me, man, that we've been rumored to get sell a lot of these players, which again, it hasn't happened yet. So, to be honest with you, there is 24. I mean, we got about 6 days. It's tough to get a deal done in 6 days, man, and to agree
Yeah.
on something.
But this
Actually,
happened
but sorry to butt in. But if they
Okay.
say, with it's there's 6 days until the transfer window closes. But if you get the paperwork done before 11 p.m. before the deadline on deadline day, you can sign the player afterwards.
Yeah, well,
And
no,
this
I mean,
happened. This happened last year with Gordon. We only really agreed a fee on like 27th or 28th or something like that.
Mhm.
So we did it really late last year. So who knows what's going to happen? I think round about now, this time last year, we were really in talks with Gordon. So we do like to leave it late in the January window. So I think we've got a lot more to come. Yeah,
Obviously, plus the players cost more in January anyway. That's the
yeah,
thing.
because
you think
Players
so?
always
teams don't
cost
want to let
more.
them go.
You
Mhm.
think? Do you guys think that we're gonna be? How far are we from signing these big names that all Newcastle fans like to get at some point in time?
I'd
How far
say
are we?
I'd I'd say only a few more transfer windows. I'd say, or maybe one or two more seasons. Really, it'll take time.
Yeah.
It's a long project, and we don't and we want to do it right. We don't want to do it like a Man City. We don't want to have all these trophies and stuff like that for a few years and then get. There's talks about Man City being put down to League One, so we don't want that to happen in a few years' time.
But
So I think it's
but
rather we get it right now.
But you know, it's crazy that most City fans. I want to welcome Kevin Childers from Atlanta, but he's a Geordie. You know, he might not sound Geordie anymore. You know, he thinks he has still the accent, but
When I was watching the show the other day, I could tell you from up the neck of the woods.
Yeah, I'm a crummy lad, so
Cromwell.
So now he's gonna start.
My dad's from Ashington.
Now he's
I'm sorry.
listen. Now he's gonna start. He's gonna start. You know, forcing that Geordie accent out. Man, you don't have to, bro. It's okay. You're American now. You might be on the American Magpie show. But no, I was saying. I don't even know what I was saying, to be honest with you. But oh yeah, actually, let me pose that question to you, Kevin. Do you think at some point in time we're gonna be when are we gonna be getting these big names and you know that everybody wants to get?
It depends on the outflux of players, to be honest. When's that going to occur first? Then we can start looking at major incomings. But I think and what privately we've had discussions with the NUFC Matters crowd, what our opinion is of this summer's going to be a big summer. But it all depends on outgoings, you know. And I agree with Jack in terms of the Lascelles thing. We can't lose him on a free, but that's a big payday for him. So you know, it's a player's market. That's what it is. It's an agent's market. But again, from the club's perspective, you got to say, well, we want whatever we can from you, whatever value that is. If it's less than 10, it's less than 10. It is what it is. So I think, you know, get the pretty much deadwood. No disrespect to those players who are out on loan. That's what they are at this point, and move them on in the summer. Or if we can move them out now, great. If not, we'll do an overhaul in the summer. It's not major surgery. It's just a little nip and a tuck here and there, and maybe spend big on one or two players. You know, nothing too crazy in my opinion.
Yeah, it's crazy because it is true. I mean, we can be really about 5 years. Sorry, my kid is making all crazy noises back here, but you know, we can be about 5 years away before we actually get some big names. We get our FFP right, and you know, it's. But listen, it's a process, right? I mean, we waited so long.
We have got a few big names, really. If you think about
it.
Yeah,
that is true. Well, no, we got some killer players. Isak.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change him for anybody.
70 million Isak. 40 million for Bruno was a steal. Now we think of it. Even Gordon, that's a steal. Because everyone thought 40 million was us breaking the bank for a crap player, but he's a brilliant player now. Come to think of it, so we have got quite a few good labelled names in our team, and just imagine that with even more, then they'll be brilliant. But it's not all about these big high profile names, because we've got a certain man called Eddie Allen in the as a manager who can turn low class names into world class names, as we've seen with many players pre-takeover, pre-Eddie Howe. So we've luckily we've got a manager there who can turn bad players into brilliant players, which helps so much more.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I was trying to say, I remember now, we got to the Manchester City point that you know, they got a lot of charges, and we don't want to hurry up and start doing stuff that we shouldn't do. And but to be honest with you, the majority of Manchester City fans right now, they are so confident and so over the moon on their team and what they have accomplished, that what I hear from Manchester City fans are that they don't give a damn if they get relegated. And they, you know, and obviously they are so talented that they will get promoted to the Premier League again, probably at halfway through the season. I mean, you know, as far as
go support another club. Go support another club.
Yeah.
The thing is, have you heard as well? If Man City do get charged, have you heard what Pep said?
What did he say?
He said, "If we get charged, I'm walking."
Well, his contract. Everybody thinks that punishment will come when his contract expires anyway. So you never know.
People are saying it's going to be hard, but it's like obviously with Everton and Nottingham Forest, there's been 2 charges. With Forest, there's been 1. It's easy to work out, But 115 charges, it's going to be impossible if they get charged with every single one.
Right.
I heard also a rumor, if they do get charged with 115, they could even get relegated to the Farmerama National League as well.
Well,
That is obviously with the National League, Chris. It's the one below the League One or League Two.
After the championship, I don't even know what the hell.
I explain it. Like, you have the championship, obviously you have the Premier League, you have the championship, you have League One, and you have League Two.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to go, Jack.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, bro.
Carry on talking. You carry on talking.
Sorry.
I appreciate it, brother. I'll see. Yeah, we'll be live
Cheers,
tomorrow,
mate.
man, for the preview.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Cheers.
Yes, sir.
As I explained, like, we have obviously the Premier League, the Championship, League One, League Two, and after that you have the National League. The National League is the non-pyramid of the non, like, the. You obviously have the, you know what I mean, don't you?
Yeah. No, I get your point, brother.
Yeah.
I get your point.
Let's you know go. What I mean, Kevin, don't you?
Yeah, I'll explain it for Chris.
Yeah.
He's a US fan. It's like the AAA of English football, essentially. Yeah. So it's like the, you've got whatever it is.
I don't
name a team.
Listen, man. I don't appreciate another American fan like yourself talking about. I'm gonna explain to this guy. You're American, brother. You've been gone, man. You're not a Geordie no more. You're not a Geordie no more, Kevin.
You can take the boy out, but the boy never leaves.
That's the thing.
Never ever leaves.
Like this is true. Kevin can back me up here. If you're born like around the northeast, you're either going to support. Mostly, either going to support Newcastle, Sunderland, or Borough. That's Middlesbrough. Yeah. But if you just support your local team, you're never ever going to take that.
Welcome, Paul, to the chat. Welcome, Paul, to the chat.
You right, Paul?
Yeah, mate.
That's not a Geordie. See, right there, Paul. He's a Geordie. He was born a Geordie, but he definitely don't sound like one. So we need paperwork. We need paperwork to prove it, man.
I've got my passport.
Hey, don't start shouting about paperwork. I could have the feds around here in a hurry, so hush.
They'll deport me back to Peru. I'm a fake American. I'm trying to share the link. I guess the link hasn't been.
Shout out to Amy. Amy's lovely as well.
Amy's trying to come on. Come on, Amy. I just re-commented the link so you can join. And you gotta be careful with Amy, man. We're about to get canceled when she comes on.
Oh, Jesus.
Amy, man, you never know, because on Twitter, she's a wild card, man. She's a wild card on Twitter.
Yeah,
but
she gets a lot of messages. She gets a lot of messages.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. That's why she's got her account locked. Because man, she gets all them creepy voice, messenger. But yeah, man. So nothing much going on in the NUFC world today. I mean, a little more Lascelles, but to be honest, I was telling the guys, man, you got 6 days left. I don't even know if we can get anybody in, or maybe not even get anybody out. I mean, I feel like it's just gonna be. It was just a big uproar the whole month, and nothing really happened. I don't know how you guys feel about it, and we'll go to some comments in a minute. But
yeah, just with that, it's Newcastle United, so there's always some drama going on. There's always something. I mean, we could write a full encyclopedia of stories of thesaurus of things, what's going on over centuries of the club being in existence. Every season comes out with something. Every day, it's ridiculous. It's a soap opera essentially.
Yeah, and most people don't know, if they're not a Newcastle fan, St. James's Park has a slope on it. There's a slope on the pitch.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's why we always play towards Gallagher in the second half.
Like, if you ever watch Newcastle in the Gallagher in first half, listen to the crowd. Listen just to the crowd, because the crowd boo.
Yeah,
that's good. That's cool.
I explained to Chris why we were like shooting the Gallagher. Obviously, it's downhill. We're running. We don't have to run as fast downhill.
That's funny. Let's go to some comments real quick. Give some people some love. Ian says, So just to get in, just getting right, we're selling Trippier. Look at that, man. We got Amy on the show. Amy, how you doing, girl?
Hello.
Hi, Amy.
Hi.
Hi, Amy.
How you doing? How you doing? Amy,
Good, how y'all?
I'm scared. I'm scared. We got Amy on, man. We about to get canceled.
She's all right.
I'm playing with you.
She's
All
all
love.
right.
I'm playing
I
with you.
only
I'm playing.
bite a little bit. Only bite a little bit.
Yeah, no, yeah, of course. That's what these calling shows are for, man. Just to, come on and say whatever you want to say. So, how you doing? How you doing?
Well, doing well, yeah.
Yeah.
I
What
don't
do you?
know all the stats and stuff like y'all, but I do follow the team, so.
Of course. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think about the club, man? How do you think we're doing? What are your thoughts on right now on the team?
Obviously, we're not doing that well, are we?
Doesn't take a rocket science to figure that out.
But I think next year we'll turn it around. This summer,
Yeah.
we'll get some good players and
Do
get
you
back
think
in there.
who would you like to get to? What players would you like to be gone, and what players would you like to come to bring in? I know you don't like Mbappe. I remember that. So we can,
Well, he's kind of overrated, but he's good.
yeah.
I tell you who I would take. Ethan Mbappe's brother.
Oh,
He's a midfielder, and I've seen him play.
Yeah, but
he's the next.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's kind of like Job. What's his last name? Bellingham. I mean, he was getting hyped up by the Mackhams, and he didn't show up.
But I tell you, if Jude Bellingham, his brother who plays for the Mackhams, have you noticed he doesn't have Bellingham on the back of his shirt?
No, I didn't. There's a Job
He's
or
got
Joby.
He's got his first name on because he doesn't want to be known as Bellingham, like his brother.
Yeah.
Because he knows he's never going to get to that level.
Exactly.
I know, but his brother's crazy though, man. He's been playing. He's been playing. To be fair though, I think in the beginning of this season, European season, I said to Bellingham, man, he is the best player in the world. I mean that, and right now I'm kind of losing track because I haven't been watching really much of Real Madrid, and but he's a good one, man. We got somebody else coming on, but we'll see. We'll see if they can get their.
If Real Madrid want Bruno Guimaraes, they can have him.
I'll make some room. I just wanted to say hi to y'all. So.
Okay, well, I appreciate you, Amy. Thank you so much for the support, girl.
Love y'all.
Have a good one. Have a good one. But what were you saying? I think Paul was saying something.
I was saying if they want Bruno, if Real Madrid want Bruno Guimaraes, we'll do a lovely swap deal. We'll have Bellingham come our way, and they can have Bruno. It's fair for everybody.
But that's the thing. Yeah, we can get people with. I mean, obviously, eventually, when we're able to, spend and we can offer players a good contract, and that's a pretty big deal when it comes to, like, say, I'm not saying that you can offer like what they were offered. What this guy Henderson, 700,000 a week. That's a lot of money. Which some people say that wasn't even that wasn't really the amount. It's just because they don't have to pay taxes, so it goes up. Kind of. But I mean, you can still pay somebody pretty good money. Play in Newcastle. You're staying on the western side of things. If that's what you prefer, and live a good life. I mean, Newcastle is a good project. That's why I think that Newcastle. Nobody like Newcastle right now has a project like we do. I mean, Manchester City, they're established, but
yeah. With the thing is, if you come to Newcastle, if you live in Newcastle, 20 minutes you could be at the coast. 20 minutes you could be in the countryside. An hour and a half, 2 hours you could be in Scotland, and 4.5 hours in the car you could be in London. Literally.
Yeah.
It's actually where we are. It's actually reasonable where we are because we can be anywhere in less than 5 hours. Apart from if you're traveling right down to the bottom of the country.
And just remember, Sunderland fans, you have to fly through Newcastle to get
to Spain. You might
That's funny.
They have to do the shopping in the British Eldon Square.
David Greenwell wants to join, but something is going on. I don't know if you're trying to join from Chrome or from your phone. If you're on your phone, or you're on Apple or something like that, you might need to join from Safari. I'm just letting you know. He's trying to join, but he can't get his camera connected or something. But we'll wait for you, man. You know, we got a few minutes left on the show, and I want to go to some comments real quick again to give some people some love. I like Coffee says I haven't seen the more awesome collab on the screens as the Avengers. That's a big. We've been getting that back to back. You know, so I guess I'm doing a good job at putting people together. You know, I just pat myself in the back. Thank you. Foxy says Lascelles hasn't let us down this season. Been the most improved player this season. We need better, but he deserves it. Yeah, I mean Lascelles. Welcome, David. By the way, welcome to the show, brother.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yes, sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right, good. I don't know what was happening there. A few technical problems.
No, you got it now, man. You got it now. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm well, thanks. Yourself?
Where are you from?
I'm from, well, originally from Whitley Bay, but I now live near Stratford-on-Avon in the Cotswolds.
To be fair, I could tell you're originally from the northeast. You got that slight Geordie accent still.
Yeah. It's been a long time since I've been there, but I still get back to the football. All my folks have moved away, so I just go back to the football now and holidays. I like the holiday in Northumberland.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's
good.
You're in Missouri, is that right?
Me, yeah, I'm in Missouri.
Yeah. Whereabouts?
I am 2 hours from St. Louis. I live in a pretty remote area. I'm sure you got places like this in the UK where it's just farms and you smell cow poop all over. You know what I mean? That's
the Cotswolds.
Yeah. But yeah, man, you know, but yeah, Missouri, 2 hours from St. Louis and about 6 from Kansas City. That's where, I don't know if anybody watches American football, but that's where the Kansas City Chiefs play. And yeah, man. Yeah, sir. So what are your thoughts on the team, man?
What, me?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was at the Aston Villa game, and when we won 5-1, and I thought this is just fantastic, and it's going to be a great season. And for many reasons, it's kind of unfolded. So I've just got tickets actually for the Fulham game. I think that's such a massive game. I think the Sunderland game was massive, but in some respects, this could be even bigger because in 3 or 4 days our season could be over. So I'm hoping very much that we go there and get a result. So I'm disappointed actually. I know they can blame injuries and various things, but I think having overachieved last season, we're clearly underachieving this season. If you look at all the other teams, they've all got injury problems. Ours are worse than most, but at the same time, it's something that you've got to learn to live with. And I don't think it's been managed that well, if I'm honest, really. I'm probably going to get strung up here, but I'm beginning to have my doubts about Eddie. He's been fantastic for us, and I think my view is that he was absolutely the right man to come in and do the job in terms of give them focus, give them organisation, certainly get them fit, and he did a brilliant job for us. I'm just a little bit worried that he's a one-trick pony, and that he's pretty much a self-confessed workaholic, and I'm just worried he's driving his players too hard. I don't know. I hope I'm proved wrong, but I'm beginning to have doubts.
Well, I mean, that is a question. That's a fair question, actually.
Well, I'd like to comment on that.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Because hey, listen, Kevin's gonna protect the managers, man.
I'm not actually. I think he's reaching his ceiling, and I completely agree with David. To be honest, if you look at his Bournemouth days, after very successful back-to-back promotions and the such, and then getting into the Premier League and then getting relegated, then it's like a bounce back from Championship into Premier League, and then all of a sudden defensively they weren't that great, but at the same time they played the same way all the way through, and the fact he found his level. Now is it the same thing with Newcastle United? Because again, tactically, what I see, we're finding certain different nuances where it's been deficient. So, has he found his level again? Is this as far as he can take us? Now, I don't want to see Eddie Howe lose his job. I don't wish that on anybody. That's just. But this is the nature of the game. And unfortunately, but that's just how it is. So, David, you're not alone, mate. There's plenty of room on my boat.
Yeah, no, that is. And listen, I tell everybody this: you come on the show or you comment. You don't have to come on the show. You get to say whatever you want, and that's it. You know, we don't black people or uncensored. We don't want to push a narrative into whatever way is. You know, it's whatever you say. That's what you think, and that should be respected. Ian McKenna says.
Yes.
The counterpoint to that is the last season we played and trained exactly the same with less players. But if you add another season on top of that intensity, you just add more. I would assume, you know, and also the fact that we have a questionable medical team. Paul was saying yesterday something about, you know, along the lines that it's something that I agree with, that you got to question either side, but also the medical team might be saying, "Damn, I'm getting these players back, but the way we train, the way we play, you know." You know what I'm saying? So it could be it's either the chicken or the egg. What comes first? But it's just tough.
Yeah, I believe the physiotherapist has been sacked or moved on or whatever the term is. But
is that right?
So he was fired a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Now whether you know whether he was I was going to say I'm not sure whether he was the scapegoat or whether he's genuinely been incompetent. But he's gone. And we'll see what difference that makes.
Well, I know the head of physiotherapy was on extended paternity leave, and
that means you're fired.
That means he's being granted extra and things like that. So I think you could look at a conspiracy theory and all the rest of it, but when your head physiotherapist is not around. Not saying the others, and you know the club doctor's still there, so he knows what he's doing as well. But at the same time, it's where there's smoke, there's fire, essentially. And so it's very interesting to see that, and with the Sven Botman injury and the misdiagnosis of a potential ACL tear or meniscus tears. So there's a bit more to it, and so just a little insight to that.
Well, the one that gets me the most with the medical team is, I say it all the time, is Murphy.
Yeah, that was. I remember I was at that game. He came on. A minute later, he had to come off again because his shoulder came out.
It was literally minutes, wasn't it? Yeah, it was literally minutes. Yeah,
no, not even minutes.
But he didn't get tackled. He just barely got touched. Not even bumped.
You got a bit of a shoulder barge, and obviously when you get shoulder barge, you put your hands out to support yourself. He fell over onto his shoulder. It was the injured shoulder, and obviously he came straight back out again. You go, and everyone was like in the crowd. You just heard the air go out to St. James. It was like,
It's the bit like the Joe Linton one. He had just come back from injury. He literally came on as a sub. And he got injured about 20 seconds later.
Yeah.
And it was just like, are you kidding me? He's literally just come back from injury and he's already injured.
Unless the players are lying, which could be a possibility as well. We can't, the players want to play. But man, it's a muscular injury. Same with Murphy. It's a bone thing, an arm out of socket. You should be able to say, okay, no, you're not ready. No matter what, or even listen, you can be sacked by just not having the personality to say, no, you're not, you can't play. You need to have a medical team that can say, listen, brother, I appreciate you wanting to play, but you can't. And I'm not going to put my job on the line because you decide that you want to be a hero. That's what, you need people like that. So
I understand if with Murphy and that, because obviously he was not born up here, he was born in London, but all his family's from up here. He's been a Newcastle fan all his life, and I think he just wanted to play and that for the club.
But you gotta be a professional.
You know what it means to represent the badge for the city.
You gotta be a professional, and you know that match against Milan, he was celebrating, and I was with him celebrating, but I would rather have him on the pitch. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things.
The PSG game at St. James, I was lucky enough to be there, and I'm going to remember that game for me for the rest of my life. It was like unreal when the fourth goal went in. I was not surprised. I was saying I thought it was going to be some fans running to the pitch celebrating, but they didn't. They held themselves back.
I like Coffee says, I think we're 4 or 5 seasons away from consistent European qualification to attract big names. Mason, who's your nearest MLS side? Chris, St. Louis, the St. Louis team. They actually got a great atmosphere. One of the best in the MLS. Kevin's going to disagree because he likes Atlanta.
My two MLS teams are.
And we want. Wait a minute. Did we win?
Atlanta United.
That's Atlanta United. But see, no, but I don't even know
Miami.
Who won the MLS, Kevin? I know we qualified first on the western side.
I think it was Columbus Crew. Yeah.
Mighty Max says, Chris, if you go hog hunting, just think it's a Macam, then you won't miss it. That's funny. That's funny. We had to.
All the Macams, fuck off.
Yeah. Listen, we had a great call-in show, man. I appreciate everybody for coming on. We're gonna have tomorrow a match preview of Fulham and Newcastle United. Of course, we're gonna have Paul. We're gonna have Kevin. We're gonna have Jack. We got Tony as well. It's pretty much same crew as yesterday, plus Jack. So, you gotta come prepared with your predicted lineup, the lineup that you'd like. This game kind of sucks because we're going to have the same lineup because we don't have players. But let's just go along with the game, and and obviously what we think Eddie Howe is going to do, and I'm sure he's going to put Dan. I'm sure it's Dan Burn and 10 more players, but that's just the way it is.
I know who's going to be in goal. It's easy. It's going to be Dubravka.
Of course, yeah.
No, it's going to be Keith Gillespie. Come on.
Is everyone aware? Is everyone aware that there's lots of tickets available? Admittedly, all in the Fulham end, but I've just managed to get 3 tickets. Admittedly, I've got to be in the Fulham end, which could be a bit tricky. But there are literally hundreds of tickets left.
Really?
For
us, they couldn't even sell it out.
Well, the thing is that Eddie Howe brought it up. That 3 days later we got to play Aston Villa, and so fans are also having that dilemma. They have to travel so much that
Fulham had just a semi-final.
As Kevin just said, like Fulham had just played today against Liverpool,
and they got knackered, didn't they?
They lost. They lost by only one goal.
Yeah, they've been knocked out. Yeah,
but obviously they played today. They're playing in 3 days' time, and then they're playing on Tuesday again.
They got a lot of games,
right?
Yeah. They weren't.
I'm just going to check. One second, because I'm not 100% sure if they're playing on Tuesday.
Yeah, but we were allocated 3,800. They obviously went straight away. But if you can get tickets in the Putney end with the Fulham fans, but that's right beside the Newcastle fans. So I think that end will be at least half Newcastle fans. So it should be quite a good atmosphere, I thought.
Yeah.
As I said, Fulham are playing on Saturday as well, on Tuesday as well.
All right. Yeah.
Against Everton.
Right. We gotta call it off, man. I appreciate everybody coming on. Of course, Paul, Lewis, Amy came on as well earlier. Kevin, David, Jack came on as well. So I appreciate everybody for the support and just wanted to come on. Definitely, Paul and Kevin, you guys having back-to-back shows with me. On top of that, the stuff you're doing. So I appreciate 100% what you're doing for the show. And it's always a good chat, come on and talk football, man. That's one of the things.
If you need me to come on anytime, I can. If I can come on, I will come on.
I got you, brother. I got you. Appreciate your support. And listen, everybody else, please smash the like button on your way out. And remember, you can become a Patreon of the show, help us support the channel, and of course, get perks in return. It's always a good deal. So who knows? You might win a home kit, an away kit, and the Adidas kits, they're looking pretty good. Right now,
any chance of a season ticket?
Oh well, you never know. I don't know if you can. In the US, it's different because in the US I can get a ticket and give it to anybody digital.
Can you?
In the UK, I don't know if you can do that. I think it's.
I've been in the ballot. I've been in the ballot for 7 games. I've been in the ballot for 7 games, and I got 1 ticket out of the 7.
Can I explain this?
Quickly, so we can go.
Yeah, with the season tickets and that, like if you can't go to the game, let's say Kara can't go to a game, you have to tell the club 4 weeks before the game that you have to get one of your family members to be on the system to tell them that you have to give them the ticket and that. It's so bloody complicated. At least back in the day, you used to have a proper ticket and you could just go, right, there you go. But obviously it stopped that because people were buying tickets. People were buying tickets and selling them double, triple, or quadruple the price.
Yeah, that is the problem. We actually have. I heard a story of a sort of known YouTuber around that not a lot of people like, that he was selling and he was doing a lot of stuff. Man, stay away from that. Stop pirating the tickets. Anyway,
we'll leave that there because we won't name them. We know who it is.
Yeah. Anyways, I appreciate everybody. Thank you for your support.
Yeah,
we'll
thanks,
see
Chris.
you tomorrow night. See you guys.
Cheers, Chris.
All right, take care. Cheers.